It's a little late, but this is a monthly update for Plonkers Inc. This should have gone up in April. We didn't really get around to it for reasons we'll explain. I've been hitting the editing very hard to try and get a bunch of videos up and on the channel and ready to go so that I can get more into promoting and kind of making connections and building a community and all that good stuff. And Alex?
Been working a fuck ton. Like, you would not believe the amount.
Revision.
I've got notes coming out the wazoo.
What is a wazoo? I'm not sure I want to know.
That's an over-the-hedge reference. If anybody gets that, kudos to you, because that movie was fantastic.
I think that line is referencing something else, though, as well. I don't know where it originally
it was,
from.
but I remember it's the bit when they're going through the trash. And
Other news.
Yeah.
We hit 60 subscribers as of today when we're recording this. So
yeah, as of
when this goes up, yesterday. It's... Actually, no, I'm going to put it up on Wednesday.
Okay,
So
well then, 2 days ago, from when you're watching this, we recorded this, and we got 60 subs. So if that's not a mindfuck, then you are smart.
Hopefully we didn't jinx it by saying it in a vlog, because I've seen that happen to other channels.
Well, if we just preparedly, I'm going to put this in. You can cut this out if you don't want this to actually be in the vlog. We're still on 59 subscribers, or less.
Just so we're prepared for all eventualities. We've had a few problems this month, being last month, April.
This month being last month.
Well,
I got
into doing the monthly vlog, even though it's not in the right month. Kim's recording setup, for no reason that we can fathom, just suddenly stopped using its Yeti, which is the microphone we use as standard. We have one. This one usually is in my room where my recording setup is. The other one is in the study where Alex's recording setup is. And then we sent a third one that was the spare up to Kim so that he can get the same audio as us. It was going great. And then for some reason, Windows 8.1, now there's a dragon involved, Windows 8.1 decided it was going to break. It's a common fault that there's no real fix for online that we can see, but it seems to be a common known fault.
I'm Daenerys.
Mother of Dragons. And all those other fucking 100 titles that she has now.
And other shit.
So, how we ended up fixing it was with upgrading to Windows 10, because apparently that fixed
I upgraded to Windows 10 as well.
everything on his computer. But, before that, we tried to record a few videos with a backup microphone.
Such as the Battleborn beta, the story.
2 videos.
2 videos. The verses. 1 shitty video.
I did an hour-long session of Rocket League with Kim, which was going to go up as a Let's Fail because we didn't win a single match.
Bunch of GTA. You guys suck. Bunch of GTA.
We did a new show we're really excited about called Shenanigans, where we just mucked around in GTA and blew a lot of stuff up. And that's gone now.
Doom is the one that we kept, but please don't hate us for Kim's audio. Thursday. Because his audio in that is... Yeah, any of you who know what a ham radio is, sounds like he's using that to record.
Yep.
And there is no other way to describe it other than that his audio quality is wank.
It really is.
The game's great. I loved it.
The video's fun. I did enjoy making that
video. The video's fun. I don't know whether it's funny because I can't really judge whether my own videos and our videos are funny.
You made me laugh in that one.
But it should be enjoyable if you can get over the fact that Kim's audio is shit. If not, later in the year we will all 3 have Doom and we could do videos on that then.
But we've had to scrap 2 Battleborn videos, potentially 4 episodes of Let's Fail Rocket League, which was going to be an ongoing saga of Kim and I trying to find success. There's the Shenanigans, there's the session we did on Hasta La Vista in GTA, which was fun. And also an episode of Sniper Elite 3.
Unfortunately.
That's our dog. Which was Overwatch, which is a game mode where one of you has the sniper rifle, the other has the binoculars.
Not the game that's suddenly really popular, Overwatch. Speaking of Overwatch,
that's a neat segue into our next topic.
Nice little tie-in. The beta is going to start on the 5th of May, and it's going through to the 9th of May, so me and Andrew are probably going to get on that, and if Kim is around, we're going to try and do a video on it with him. I
have no idea what that game's about, or what any of the characters are like.
See if we like...
He says he's going to play as someone called Tracer, which I only know about because of his controversy about her ass.
I like her because she's British. I don't know anything else about her. She uses 2 pistols, and she has like this core thing.
Doesn't she like teleport and stuff?
Yeah, she has like this core thing in her chest, which means she can rewind and Teleport. Oh, no.
So she's like Tony Stark, but in spandex with a leather jacket.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird, but
Cool.
she's British.
Sounds cool to me.
Yeah, but anyway, so we're going to do that. I'm pretty sure that was the reason why the last vlog got a dislike, because we said we weren't going to do any Overwatch stuff. If that is the reason, then look, we're crowd-pleasing, not deliberately though.
No, we actually just thought, it's beta, it's free, why not try it,
also,
and see if we were maybe wrong to say we're not fast.
I wanted to decide for myself whether it's a good game or not, and whether I want to get it. Because if I enjoy the beta, I might get it.
Well,
I don't know.
It's just that I've seen loads of stuff written about it, and I just genuinely wasn't that interested, because I have a lot of games already that I'm either playing or looking forward to playing.
One of the major issues I found with it is a lot of people described it as like a real team-based shooter. So you got to use tactics and shit. And the issue with that is
tactics and shit. I want that on a t-shirt.
Tactics and shit. The issue with that is there are 3 of us. 3.
Not enough for a full team.
The teams in Overwatch are like 8 people or some bullshit. So like we're kind of fucked unless we're using TeamSpeak.
Yeah, that's why Division
which
works
I'm not a huge fan of personally. Then it's not going to really work very well.
Although I guess if it's releasing on Xbox, we can just use voice chat.
I guess, but either way, it seems like it could be interesting. We're going to test it out with the beta, see if we like it, and if we like it, we'll get it.
That's the way it works.
Speaking of other betas and fuck-ups at the same time, Mirror's Edge Catalyst. We did not pay attention to the dates that it was on.
I was really excited because I got invited to the closed beta for it. The only annoying thing about it would have been that there was this little text box bounced around all over the screen that told you it's a beta and told you the gamer tag all the time.
No, because I watched Last Hatchery's video on that, and that wasn't an issue. I was quite...
Well, no, but it was still there.
It was still there. It's a little bit annoying.
And it was like, why? You know it's a beta, you can just say that in the video title. But I had a lot of fun playing it.
So did I.
It's shaping up great. Any of you out there that are Mirror's Edge fans who didn't get to try it out, you are going to love it, because it handles like Mirror's Edge.
The one most ridiculous complaint I heard about it was, you can't roll at the beginning.
Yeah, you have to unlock
You can't roll. You've been in prison for 2 years.
Because in Mirror's Edge, the original, there was no skill tree. You just had abilities.
But I prefer the skill tree. I prefer this advancement of the characters. But
because she's young in the story of Catalyst.
Besides the point, she's been in jail for 2 years. Anybody who's given up something,
a little rusty.
You've ever given up something for 2 years and then tried to come back to it, you're not going to be that great at it. Mm-hmm. It's a miracle that she's actually as good as she is at fighting and, you know, free running, and she's in good shape.
Yep.
Because she was in jail.
Well, you see her working out in her cell.
Very true, but still...
But the point still stands. It makes sense to have a progression.
She might have forgotten some stuff. Also, she wants to improve anyway, because you want to beat Icarus,
and it also means you can kind of adapt it to your playstyle as well, which I think is what they're going
I like it a lot better.
The DICE engine makes the whole Mirror's Edge world look amazing.
It looks pretty. It's very pretty. Very pretty game.
Very pretty. And very smooth.
And the really vibrant reds and oranges
the whole
and blues
60 frames a second
really
thing
great.
does not bug me at all. I will play a 30 FPS game, I'll play a 25, a 50, a 60,
I don't know,
whatever.
25 is a push at the moment, because I'm not a huge...
Well, because I used to play N64. That ran at ass frames a second.
What do you mean, used to? We still do.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up.
And I frequently get my ass handed to me.
I'm used to games that handle a bit like slideshows. So, but
what, like Just Cause 3?
At times. But that game, Mirror's Edge, that's one that really benefits from the 60 frames a second, because it makes everything feels more smooth and fluid, and it's all about trying to get the best line.
And there's also like less like it feels like there's not much delay between you pressing a button and doing the thing that you wanted to.
So moving on, another game we're interested in, and there hasn't been a beta yet for us to miss. Shadow Warrior 2. We loved the first game.
The return of Lo Wang.
We found that, I think, for 30 minutes with, didn't we?
We did. I want to do a Let's Play series on it, though, because it's
I don't think we actually filmed that 30 minutes with.
I'm not sure.
It never came out.
But it is... No, we never filmed it. It's a reboot of an old, like...
Doom-inspired
80s game?
Yeah, it was a very Doom-inspired
Yeah, we basically ran around as a ninja and killed a bunch of demons and people. That was literally it. Yep. You played as a character called Lo Wang, and there were a lot of dick jokes.
Yep.
They revived the franchise, in 2014?
I think it's 2014, 2013.
And they released it on Xbox One and PS4 and...
Recently.
Like PC
that was like late 2014, early 2015?
Last year or the year before.
Because it came out on PC first.
And we played the absolute bejeebus out of it. Me, mostly.
Yeah, I'm now at a point in the game, though, where I stopped playing for a while, so I now have no idea what I'm doing, what abilities I have, or how to play.
I killed that giant demon blokey when you go to Hell, or the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, I killed him.
I killed him.
I'm now at a level where I'm stuck in a very small room with 3 of those huge demons.
Oh, those
and
bitches.
They follow you around, and I don't have any ammunition for anything. So I'm pretty much at one of those points in a game where you're stuck until you become Neo.
I know Kung Fu.
Damn it. I've got to pop him up on the screen again now.
Fucking Keanu Reeves, motherfucking ass.
So now, you have a topic you wanted to talk about.
What is that? Oh, anime.
I don't know, it's next on the list.
Oh, yeah, we've got a list here that's just it's just a butt ton of notes. Because our other vlog, I wrote a whole page of notes.
It helped.
I ticked them off though, and I've completely forgotten what we said now. Anyway,
we're down to here.
I was going to say that I won't be as active on like social media or whatever at the moment because I've got a lot of shit to do, and it's quite time consuming. And by the time I'm done with all my work, I don't really want to hop on social media and talk to people. I just want to absorb myself in the world of Dark Souls 3 and, you know, get my ass handed to me.
Praise the sun. Is that a Dark Souls thing?
That is a Dark Souls thing. Well done, Andrew. I'm proud of you.
Don't play the games.
Speaking of Dark Souls 3, I recently beat the Cursed Rotted Greatwood, and then I got lost in the swampy area with the guys with the weird tree pole things. I got lost in there, killed a bunch of guys, and then I found this weird sorcerer lady boss that I didn't even know was there.
You had to take the dirt track.
I did. If the river runs red...
That's where my brain went.
But anyway, no, I fought the sorcerer lady's boss that I didn't even know was there, and Aaron from Game Grumps completely bypassed it.
Really? Oh yeah, he said he skipped a bunch.
Yeah, I was like, what the I didn't know this was
He's going to double back now, so it's backfired. But...
Yeah, so I'm just doing that in order, apparently. Who knew?
We might, at some point, jump in to do Dark Souls, because the 30 minutes with did quite well.
Lost about 4,000 souls, so I've got to go get those back.
Was that in the late night gaming that we did?
No, that was not in the late night. I know, I lost the souls in late night gaming. I lost all my souls.
Yeah, you did.
But I gathered back like 4,000 souls, and I leveled up a shit ton as well. I got a load of weapons and stuff.
Nice.
Leveled up a fuck ton, got a new shield. It's pretty bitchin'. And then I went into this area, I got killed by this witch, so now I've got to go back, get my 4,000 souls and kill the witch, and then continue on my journey of enlightenment and killing. On to my next topic, that is solely mine.
I want to ask... I'm just going to sit here and look pretty.
I want to... That's a push. I want to ask you, beautiful bastards, which of these 2 animes you prefer? So, there are 2 animes that have been on kind of recently. One by the Attack on Titan studio, I don't remember the name.
Comfortable sitting pretty.
And it was it.
Yeah.
And one who's... I don't remember the name of. Again. But it's Boku no Hero Academia. If I've said that wrong, please don't crucify me. I'm not Japanese. It's basically about this kid who doesn't have a superpower, gets a superpower, wants to become a superhero, blah 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 blah. Usual
and I believe
shit.
the phrase you used to describe the main character was whiny bitch.
He's a bit of a whiny bitch. Anyway, and then there's the other one made by the Attack on Titan people. It's called Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress. Basically, it's like a zombie apocalypse.
Zombies and trains!
Yeah, zombies and trains. Zombie apocalypse world, and then these zombies have, like, super reinforced rib cages. With the people who make Attack on Titan, there's always a gimmick to killing the enemy. Like an Attack on Titan, you've got to cut the nape.
Lightly nick the nape of their neck and then...
It's not like, Andrew, you can't go... If you got to go deep enough that you hit the whatever is in the nape of their neck.
Pelvic splanchnic ganglion.
I assume...
That's a Futurama joke.
Spoiler alert. Flash that up on the motherfucking screen. If you want to skip this, Andrew will now put in a timestamp at the bottom or something that will skip you forward.
Spoiler alert!
Woo! I reckon... That was amazing. I reckon in Attack on Titan, what is in the nape of the Titan's neck is the human that's controlling the Titan. Because, like...
I'm just gonna nod like I know what you're talking
about. In one of the things on the DVD, the OTS stuff, there was this Titan that ends up talking to a human, and then... like, can't control itself, and then ends up eating the human, which is what leads me to believe that when they become Titans, they're forced into, like, a complete rage. And we've already seen this with Eren. When he turns into a Titan, he almost kills Mikasa by, like, punching her into a building. And, like, so, my theory being, he just has more control than the others. Or, like, he's been given a specific thing by his dad that gives him more control, and the rest of the Titans are just kind of forced into being mindless eating machines.
I just realised when you're going into all that detail and everything... like, fair enough, it's cool, you're a fan of it. It's going to be really hard to resist the temptation in editing to put a giant arrow pointing to you with weeb alert.
I'm not a weeb. I'm not a weeaboo. No, but anyway, so...
I have a bit of TV
kick the microphone.
That hurt my foot.
But of the 2, please put in the comments, which is your favourite between... I said comments.
You said comics.
I have a blocked nose, Andrew. Between Boku no Hero Academia and Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress. I just want to know.
Which one do you like better?
Yeah. Which one I like better at the moment is probably Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress. But I do very much like Boku no Hero Academia. Because it's
I have a bit of TV news I'm excited about, actually. I mean, I kind of saw it coming after the reception that Daredevil Season 2 got, but Punisher ordered to full series on Netflix. Yes!
Frank is back.
Yes!
Back in black.
Recommendations for villains, though. Recommendations for villains.
It's been too long,
it needs to be Barracuda, I think. Needs to be a villain. I don't know if you remember Barracuda.
No way, that's Smoke on the Water. Shit.
He's the one with "fuck you" written on his teeth.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
What about Jigsaw?
Either him or the Slavers, I think. Save Jigsaw for a future season when the whole kind of the rings that Frank operates in are kind of established a bit more.
Yeah.
But I do know a character that should be brought in a little ahead of where she appears in the comics, just because she would serve the construct of a show really nicely. I don't know if you know the character Rachel Cole Alvis.
No fucking
She's
clue.
a Marine who, on her wedding day, is shot, and her fiance/husband is killed.
Yeah.
And like most of the guests at the wedding.
That's gonna suck. That's like in Wreck-It Ralph.
It's a bit Kill Bill, but when she wakes up, she decides to go on a revenge spree, but she basically bases her rules and her ways of operating off of the Punisher. She even wears a skull, like he does, and when he finds out why she's doing it, because he's just tracking her, because he thinks, oh, here's... prick.
Thank you for driving the loudest motorbike you could find, you ass monkey.
Yeah, she's wearing the skull and everything, and he's sizing her up as a target. And then he finds out why she's doing it and decides to help, and they kind of become almost two Punishers, but she operates a little differently.
I'd love it if she had like the pink skull, except like a pink bow on it. That'd be pretty beastly.
Pink skull.
Pink skull.
But, no.
I am the Pinkisher.
Moving on yet again, we do have a Gears 4 beta video in the works.
That is.
Because we're proper excited for that game.
It's pretty bitchin', actually.
But we don't really need to say much about it. We tried the two game modes that were in it.
Online is smexy.
There was a third game mode we didn't do, which was co-op deathmatch, where you play on a team of up to 5 people against just bots. We didn't really feel the need to demonstrate that because it's just team deathmatch.
It's literally just TDM.
If it had been Horde or Overrun or Extraction or something like that, then we might have played it. But I imagine that would have made the beta like 80 gig.
That's a good point. Horde.
It was 7 as it was.
That's very true.
Other than that, it's we're looking forward to Infection being in Halo 5. Thank you 343 for finally listening.
I mean, come on, it took you long enough to put in Griffball.
Why would you ship a Halo game with no Griffball, no Rocket Race, and no Infection?
And then it took you forever to put Infection in. Next, I'm hoping Rocket Race and Jaws.
Oh, I want Jaws. I might make it. Honestly.
Actually, yeah, can we make Jaws and do that?
We can make Jaws. We can make Jaws. We need to find a map for it.
They got Forge.
We can find a map for it.
We can totally find a map.
It needs to have some, like, thigh-deep water.
Thigh-deep water. We can find one.
I can think of a place. And the last gaming item, like, directly to do with a game, we all three have GTA now. Kim lost his copy for a while, but he now has it again. So we're going to be recording some GTA videos.
I think he lost it in his beard or something.
Any of you who have stuck with us from our Twitch streaming days, when
I've heard there was a pocket dimension in his beard.
3 Plonkers is back, baby.
Yeah, the 3 Plonkers. We're making our return.
Yeah.
To just idiocy.
We're going to basically work our way through all the adversary modes, and then we might
do heists.
We might do heists. I've had an idea about that, actually. I wanted to see what you thought, but I'll ask the audience as well. What do you think of us using the GTA heists as a way to collaborate with other channels? Each heist, we'd find a new channel to collab with. They'd be the 4th member.
Actually, no. I'll make a note of that later.
Yeah, so we could look around, see if anyone's interested.
Or if any of you guys are up to it and you're in our kind of time zone or you want to, just like send us an email or something. And
it could be difficult to work out the logistics of it.
Well, I mean, you don't even necessarily have to commentate in the video. You can get a shout out or you can talk to us over party chat and stuff. If you feel like you want to do that and if you have the time.
So to be clear, basically what we would do is we would do the heist the way we normally do game videos when we're doing 3 players. So I would cut between 3 perspectives. I'd have name burns on so we know who's talking and who's doing. But you would appear in the video and your audio track, if you record one, would, if you sent it to me over Dropbox or whatever, I would drop that in and mix it down with our audio, provided it's, you know, doesn't sound like Kim's does in the Doom beta next Thursday.
Ham radio.
Breaker 19 is funny in a minute.
No, we are going down. We need a fucking.
Was that Kim?
It was my favourite moments in that when Kim was like,
but because we can hear him in party chat at that point, we just
like,
respond to him like,
yeah,
exactly, correct.
And I was like, yeah, that was a really cool kill.
It's kind of like having a Wookiee on the team, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like the droids in Star Wars and Wookiees.
The last like gaming tech thing before the closing comments is VR. It's had a very shaky launch. We're not sure it's going to become an actual thing,
I hope it does, because it seems pretty bitchin'.
I suspect it's going to go the way of the iToy and the Kinect, personally.
I really... But the amount of stuff that's launched on it and has been really well received, and like, the big YouTubers like Mark and Jack make videos on it.
At the moment is that the
price?
Supply and the price. And also, not enough people have enough space to use these things.
You need a whole room.
So, like,
none of the rooms in our house are actually empty enough for it.
There's like 2 levels of VR. There's the one where you're sat down using a keyboard and mouse or a controller,
PlayStation,
and you're looking around to move the camera.
PlayStation VR.
Well, and PC. You can do that with a Vive
or an Oculus, yeah.
But the way
then there's the
YouTubers are showing it off, like, you know, Ryan in Achievement Hunter or Jacksepticeye or Markiplier, I think others are doing it as
a lot.
Let's guess, PewDiePie probably has one.
Probably
has one of everything by now.
I mean, you know, he does have like what 45 million subs,
but
that's pretty.
So they all have space where they can walk around, and the game maps out that space, and then you can interact in it, and that's really cool. But
it tracks.
It's not feasible for most people.
Yeah, the issue being like we'd have to
and the price is incredible.
We'd have to use the living room because that's the only big enough room that's not got a lot of shit in it. So we'd have to probably use that room, and that would just be hard to set up.
That's the one with the biggest open floor space.
And it's hard to hook up to everything, and you've got to put cameras and sensors everywhere. Portable. And it's not exactly easy to do. But if we do ever get enough space, we do want to try out VR. And I also think.
I mean, assuming that's something you want to see.
I've said it. I think I've said it once before.
Another question for you guys: would you want to see that if we could ever do it?
Yeah, it's true. Because I might get PlayStation VR, which is very much doable.
It's like a scaled down thing.
It's very doable because you're not moving around all the place.
I mean, I don't know how well it'll record, but we'll see. The last thing we want to say.
Actually, I was gonna say one thing.
Okay.
One thing. One more thing. I personally, I think I might have said this in the past or the future, depending on when the videos go up. I would like to reach 100 subscribers by the end of this year. I'm not sure if it's going to happen. If it doesn't, great. I mean, we still reached 60. That's pretty fucking a lot. But
it's impressive. It's higher than I thought we'd get.
If we can reach 100 subs by the end of this year, I will be over the moon. Because that fucking 100 people. That's ridiculous.
That'd be crazy.
That's
hitting
like
triple digits.
That's
be a
like
nice way to end up
2 buses full of people.
So I'm not going to say that's our aim or a target because we can't really do that.
It's like a lovely. It would be really lovely, you know. And if you, well, I don't want to sound like
absolutely top hell. What?
It would. It would be spiffing. I would love it. Word. I spat everywhere when I did that. It would be lovely if you could like tell your friends, if you haven't already. I don't know. If you want to, tell your friends.
If you think someone you know might enjoy our content.
We're doing this shit because I want to do it properly. I want to like actually be able to do this. And like reaching 100 would be the first like step towards that. But still, 60, thanks. That's pretty bitchin'.
Closing comments. I want to ask a big question of
the Wii U and how shit
need to think about. The Wii U conundrum, as it were.
I'm not sure it's a conundrum.
It came out in 2012, late 2012.
Pile of poopy.
It's actually not even made it to 4 years yet.
It's a pile of poopy.
In November, it will be 4 years old, that console. The previous generation of consoles, the Xbox 360 and such. Take a guess how long it lasted, Alex.
I don't even know.
So this will be the 360, the PS3, and the Wii original.
I think it'll last like 8 years.
360 came out in 2005.
Was that 8 years? 8 years.
And they moved on from that in 2012, and they've only stopped production of it in 2016.
Yeah, the PS2 only stopped production until like a few months before the PS4 was announced. That's amazing.
The actual 7th generation, which is 360, PS3, and Wii, is 2005 to 2012.
Yep.
7 years.
It's pretty nice.
So the Wii U is sort of halfway along that. That's kind of bad for a console's life cycle. So it's seeming a lot like there's not much left. Like they're going to postpone a lot of big releases and bring them out on the NX as launch titles. They're going to do remakes. All but confirmed. They're going to do Smash Brothers, Mario Maker, and Mario Kart 8 remade and upgraded for the NX. Again,
it's just
no-brainer, like, smart move,
but it to me, it seems like another money grab. Because every time I look at the shit that they're doing, it's all money grabs. Like, I looked at Mario Kart, and I was like, this is a game I'm genuinely excited for. Another Mario Kart game. They could do so much with this. And not only that,
but one that was great to play.
They could do so much with this. And it was great. It was good. It wasn't amazing, but it was great. It was fun.
There was too many baby characters.
But the issue with it being, like, there weren't enough characters. And every time they released a DLC skin pack, it was just reskinning the current characters. They didn't add in anyone new.
They added in characters by making it that you could change the colour of Yoshi.
They added in, like, Link, different coloured Yoshis, different coloured Shy Guys, and metal people. It was like, fucking great. That's great.
Rose Gold Peach is the most ridiculous character.
That's what I wanted to drive around. No, I didn't. And fair enough, I love driving around as an orange Shy Guy. That's great. But could you not have,
to be fair, and an orange Yoshi.
Could you not have just had that in the game naturally, like already there? Because those are just skins. That's not interesting. That's not new. That's not good.
But see, Mario Kart 8 was really Nintendo's first attempt at a DLC.
But also, each of those skin packs cost far too much.
A lot.
And then Smash Bros released. Smash Bros released, and like on the Wii, it was a work in progress. It was a fun game.
Brawl.
But yeah, it was nothing amazing, but it was great. It was fun, and I loved it. And I got really good with it, and I got amazing with Luigi on that. But the characters you got in that, you just got them by playing it. You played the story, or you just played and then someone would appear and fight you.
Don't get me wrong, I like the idea of DLC
characters.
It's why I love Killer Instinct.
I like the idea of DLC characters, but that's one where they handle it correctly and it's good pricing. But you look at Smash Bros, the newest one, and the issue I have with it is they added in Ryu, and they added in Cloud, and they added in Bayonetta, and they put in Lucas,
all of which handle decently.
They're good characters. Don't get me wrong. I love the characters, and Ryu's fun to play as, and
they
Cloud
just felt
is
like
really fun. His Limit Break, awesome.
A lot of them feel a bit wasted.
The issue that I found with it was that they were so expensive, and each new stage was way overpriced for what it was.
So really, you had to buy the bundles, and even the bundles were really expensive.
They felt too much for what you were getting.
I'm sorry, but having two separate bundles to buy the characters on the 3DS and on the Wii U, or having a bundle that's extra expensive to buy both, that is a dick move.
Dick move, Nintendo. Dick move.
It should have been that you just buy them on one.
This is marketed at kids, and if a kid goes up to his parent and goes, "Mum, can you spend £40 on 4 characters for this game for me?"
Yeah, they're gonna go
and 4 stages.
Not on your life.
Parents are gonna go like, no. If when you get A stars and get to uni, then sure, but no. God, Jesus Christ, that's £40.
Save up your pocket money for 2 years.
£40 or like $50. That's ridiculous. That's like a whole game. I spent £40 on Dark Souls 3, and I've played 4 hours on that so far. That is £10 an hour, and I'm going to play a hell of a lot more than that.
Well, that sort of game, you're looking at 100 plus.
Exactly. Hours. That's worth it. According to Spool, that is worth it. $1, you know...
Rip Spool.
R.I.P. Also...
But, like, the question, getting back to the question, because we've rambled a bit.
It hurts me.
The question...
I love Nintendo, and it's just painful now.
Is, any Nintendo fans that watch this, dedicated Nintendo fans, none of you casuals like me, who drop in and out occasionally.
I used to be a Nintendo fan, until I took an arrow to the knee.
I knew you were going to say that.
I have to. Are
you going to get the NX when it comes out in 2017? Or are you going to be skipping it? Or are you just going to wait and see what they do with it, and see whether they're more dedicated to it, whether they can entice the third party back? You know, because for all multi-format means you can buy it on whatever format, there are people still out there who just buy the one because they can't only afford one console. If you have one that you can play most of the things your friends are going to be playing on it, even if you can't play it with them, you can at least join the conversation.
And you can talk about it with them.
So a selling point would be if they're going to bring back EA and Ubisoft and the various other big publishers.
Like, one of the only third-party games they had on the Wii U was Zombie U, which was
originally developed for the Wii U and went multi-format later when it didn't make enough money.
And now it's made enough money to actually, you know, warrant making a game, but making it solely for the Wii U and making a lot of games solely for the Wii U is not
cost-effective for
worth
other companies.
it. And plus, whatever you say about PlayStation and Xbox, this current generation are very close. And even in, like, system format and in programming, because if you're trying to make a game...
Because I'm sorry, but as an Xbox fan, I'm still disappointed with how the one's performing. The 4 is killing it.
Oh, yeah, it really is.
Sony! I mean, props to Sony for making a great machine.
But look at how they managed to do that. They did PS1, amazingly well received. considering
the machine was.
It wasn't great. PS2, considering that it was less powerful than its rival, the GameCube, did amazingly.
And the Xbox.
As I said, they only stopped production of it like 2 months before they released the PS4.
Ever,
yeah, it's the most successful console of all time, and it wasn't even that powerful. But then you look at the PS3, and that I'm a PlayStation fan. One of my first consoles was a PS3. Like when I first got into gaming properly. And I can safely say that was a pile of dreck. That was just bad.
That was a bad machine.
All round, it was bad. It was
had some random bits of functionality
badly
missing.
coded. It didn't look good. It was heavy. It was loud. It got hot. It didn't have a lot of space. The HUD wasn't fantastic looking. And considering that it was more powerful than the Xbox, it wasn't doing a huge lot.
It wasn't use that power.
It wasn't doing a lot more.
Like Naughty Dog seemed to be the only ones that could squeeze all that power out.
Exactly, but that's because they've been working with Sony for such a long time. But the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One,
because frequently you'd look at the 360 version and the PS3 version,
and the 360 one would be slightly
they'd either be
better or they'd be the same.
Identical, or the Xbox version would be actually running slightly better.
It was just like, how have you managed to do that?
But anyway, we're rambling on too long. This is a vlog that's now over half an hour, I think.
Well, yeah, closing statement, basically it's easy to make shit for the PlayStation and the Xbox because they're very similar. The Wii U is completely different and it's a lot of proprietary technology that's stupid and it doesn't have Ethernet, which is fucking dumb, and USB hard drives don't work. Super Turbo Ultra Mode! And if the NX has all of that shit, it's just going to be pointless. Because if it's that different to the rest of the consoles, and it's another console that they've released in half the time of the last ones,
which means it's going to be even further behind.
Which means that when the next,
which means
that when the PS5 and the Xbox 2 or whatever come out, the Xbox 2, that sounds
so stupid.
Sounds kind of shit.
That'd be
so
stupid. I really hope they just scrap that and just go with the Xbox. You know,
when those come out, because it's indefinite, they will come out now.
Oh no, you know what I think they'll do?
Nintendo will be so far behind.
They'll call it the Xbox 10 to match Windows 10.
Oh god, dear god,
that'd be terrible.
Well, what if they just start skipping numbers like Windows? It's like,
or just go with the year.
Xbox 7.
Xbox 16.
Why the fuck not? It's Xbox 7 now. Like, where did 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2 go?
Summary. Those two animes that he mentioned earlier that I don't know the names of. Which of the two do you like better?
Boku no Hero Academia or Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress. I'm probably saying those very wrong.
There you go. Would you like to see VR videos if we ever had the capability, or would it just be a waste of time to even look into the technology? And what are your thoughts on the Nintendo NX, its release date, and the short lifespan of the Wii U? And we will see you in the next vlog entry, which will actually be on time in May.
And as always, let us know if you want anything, or if you just want to chat.
Yeah. If you have a suggestion for a game, leave it in the comments, email it to us, tweet it at us.
And follow us.
We're everywhere now.
Follow us on Twitter, like our Facebook page, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow our Tumblr.
And Twitch.
And
you're twitching, speaking of.
Do we have some shit on Reddit? I don't know.
I mean, I'm on Reddit, and you're
we're both on Reddit. You can probably find us.
I'm Median Powdery Cube.
Yeah, exactly.
See you next time.
Only beat the fourth boss in Bloodborne.
What I'm looking forward to is Quantum Break, partly because of who's making it, because Remedy made Alan Wake, and that was arguably one of the best games I've played to date for crafting a story and telling a story. But also because I have always loved time travel.
By rat.
You got double ratted.
Ratata.
Okay, so what you got to not do is do the pogo stick jump on these things, because it gets rid of the platforms, which is a bitch.
It seems that so does this flyby guy.
Crap.
Whoa! Really? Probably shouldn't have done that. Ow!